On Lubbock as the nation's top team tries to take care of business, winners of 13 straight. And Ashton Maloney steps in as we settle in on a Friday night. And a first pitch swing, slow bouncing ball. Reagan Jennings handles it, and a good start for Maddie Wright. One pitch, and she records the first out of the game. So starting this one about a half hour after we were supposed to. Had some dark clouds in the distance and some lightning within the radius of the Texas Tech campus, and that pushed the first pitch back to a little after 6:30 here local time. Warm night, windy night. Nothing new here at Rocky Johnson Field. 77 degrees, and contrary to most games that are played here, the wind is blowing in. So it could be tough to hit the ball out of what's usually a hitter-friendly ballpark tonight. Mia Scott takes a close miss for ball two. Scott, the junior third baseman, enjoying a terrific season. .409 batting average. 9 doubles, 5 triples, 5 homers, and 38 RBIs. Junior from Angleton, two-time All Big 12 selection. Texas sweeping Iowa State at home in their final set of regular season home games in Austin last weekend. Outscored the Cyclones 22-3. Scott had 5 hits and 5 RBIs, including a home run in the series. And she has worked herself into a favorable hitter's count here at 3 balls and 1 strike. For Maddie Wright, the Texas Tech starter, the transfer from Charlotte. This is her 15th start in the circle. Scott rips it into right field, base hit. And the first Texas knock comes with 1 down in the first inning. So Scott picking up where she left off last weekend at home against Iowa State pitching. Her 207th hit in a Longhorn uniform. 1-on-1 out, and Viviana Martinez steps in for Texas. Pitch misses downstairs. So Martinez slots into this stacked batting order that has led an offense to a .371 batting average into the season's final regular season weekend. Only Oklahoma has a better batting average nationally, and only by a mere percentage point. That is lifted foul out of play. Texas has also pieced together the nation's best, rather fourth best earned run average, sitting at 1.65. So you talk about a complete effort on both sides. They have hit it well, they've pitched it well, and they've defended pretty well too. That is laced the other way, and it lands in foul territory. Maddie Wright jumps ahead of Martinez at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The sophomore from Tolleson, Arizona. .349 hitter with 13 doubles, 2 homers, 31 batted in. Another bouncing ball foul. Maddie Wright, for the most part, has pitched to contact this year. 46 strikeouts in her almost 85 innings of work. Texas Tech, a fielding percentage of .970 coming in. They've done a nice job behind the graduate right-hander. Scott at first, 1 down, another 2-strike delivery, and up the ladder for ball 2. Martinez, Big 12 all-freshman team last year, has recorded an RBI in 5 straight games. And trying to keep that streak alive in the opener of this 3-game set tonight. This is fair, and Wyckoff steps on the bag for the second out. So a pair of ground ball outs, sandwiching the 1-out single off the bat of Scott. And a runner in scoring position with 2 down for Reese Atwood. Nice ovation from the Texas fans that made the trip. Atwood had a record-setting weekend against Iowa State. now has the program single season record for RBIs in a season. .415 batting average for the sophomore with 17 home runs and 70 RBIs. Now, 70 RBIs in 48 games. Kind of hard to wrap your head around. That's second best in the country. And here is Atwood in an RBI spot, but Wright being very selective with the open base hit first. Atwood this year with runners in scoring position hitting a robust .476. Atwood watches the 2-0 off the outside. It's 3-0. Katie Stewart would be next. The speedster Scott at second base. And Atwood had the green light on 3-0, fouls it back. Atwood homered in the final 2 games last weekend against Iowa State. And has hit safely in 6 straight games. Just an unbelievable season for the Texas DP in this one. And that's high and outside. So not a bad idea with the open base at first. Atwood is aboard, and there's 2 on with 2 out for Katie Stewart. Tori Coy-Kendall is calling the balls and strikes tonight with Frederick Ewald at first. Kaylee Young is the third base umpire. Stewart, the first baseman, having a nice freshman campaign. .373 in the batting average department. 8 doubles, 9 homers, and 40 batted in for the native of Frankfort, Illinois. And Stewart just got a piece of it. Stewart had a big weekend against Cyclone pitching at home. 6 hits, 7 RBIs across the 3-game sweep, and added a pair of home runs in that series. One of the top freshman hitters in the country this year. There's the 0-2. In on the hands, hit in the air, left field, drifting into foul territory and out of play. So Wright tried to come off the inside there, and Stewart with some quick hands to get through it. Longhorns threatening with 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. Another 2-strike delivery. And it's just off the outside. About a 400-mile trip up from Austin for the Longhorns. 6-hour bus ride. Got to town yesterday afternoon. 1-2 pitch, another foul ball. Texas 42-6 overall, a 20-4 record in the Big 12. They've gone 15-4 in true road games this season. Winners of 13 straight. Swing and a miss. Stewart out in front of the 2-strike pitch, and Maddie Wright gets a big appearance, 12th start in the circle. And Ariana Villa on senior weekend. She was one of 3 seniors honored before the game. And with a senior-heavy team, Texas Tech has elected to spread out the ceremonies across the 3-game series. Villa, Abby Orick, and Carson Armijo were honored with their families out on the field before first pitch tonight. And Villa, the senior from San Antonio, enjoying a terrific final college season. .353 batting average, 14 doubles, 7 homers, 19 batted in. Morgan has jumped ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Villa had 4 hits, went 4 for 4 in the series finale last weekend in Houston. Red Raiders took 2 of 3 from the Cougars. RPI is at 31 for Texas Tech coming into this series. D1 softball had them in the field of 64. And their latest projections had the Red Raiders as a 3 seed going to College Station and visiting Texas A&M. Texas Tech 28-17 on the year. 8-13 in the Big 12, and there's a full count miss just off the outside. Ariana Villa works a leadoff walk in the Red Raider half of the first. So she's aboard. Mac Morgan has only issued 19 walks in 73 and a third innings. She's 11-1 on the year with an earned run average of 1.81. She has completed 3 of her first 11 starts. And delivers off the outside to Kaylee Wyckoff. Time is called. Jolie Mitchell, the catcher, now to have a brief conversation with Morgan. It has been another outstanding campaign with the bat for Wyckoff, who was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year last season. At .393 last year, and you thought, well, could she just get close to those numbers again this season? Well, she's been even better. .421 batting average coming in. 11 doubles, 5 homers, and 30 RBIs for the sophomore from Katy. Been a big pickup as Craig Snyder tries to ignite this Red Raider program. And Morgan falls behind again, this time 2-0. Wyckoff .492 this year with runners on base. And there's ball 3. So Morgan fighting her command a little bit. First 2 hitters here. Pitched twice last weekend against Iowa State and registered a win in 1 of her 2 appearances. Pitched on Saturday against the Cyclones. 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. En route to her 11th win. Also had a save in that series. Wyckoff lines it to third, and Scott has it for the first out. Now they call it the hot corner for a reason, and Wyckoff able to barrel it up there, and well, Mia Scott was ready for the hot smash off the bat of Wyckoff. And time is called. Patty Ruth Taylor has been helping Mike White with his pitching staff this season. A couple of assistants out of that. So 1-on-1 out, home half of the first. And here's Riley Love. They go on the inside corner to jump ahead. Love, the senior, .327 batting average, 11 doubles, 12 home runs, and 44 RBIs. One of college softball's top hitting third baseman in the country this year. Missed much of the second half last season, coming back from an arm injury. And in the midst of just an absolutely terrific breakout season. Had a sub-200 batting average the last 2 years. More home runs this year than she had the previous 3, and it's not really close. And she takes just inside, 2-2. 4 home runs her first 3 seasons at Tech. She's launched 12 this year. Just a remarkable all-around improvement for Love. Here's a 2-2. And a full count. So some lengthy plate appearances from the top third of the Texas Tech batting order. Villa walked. Wyckoff worked it to 3-1 before she lined out. And now a full count to Love. In on the hands, flared to shallow right. That's a fair ball. It skips into foul territory. Riley Love into second. Villa holds at third, and the Red Raiders are in business early. 12th double of the year for Riley Love. And Tech has him at second and third with one down. The Red Raiders hit their 81st double as a team, among the nation's best in that category. And a couple ducks on the pond in scoring position for Demi Elder, who hits out of the cleanup spot, swings away at the first pitch, backhanded deep in the hole by Martinez, and the throw to first, not in time. 1-0 Tech. A run-scoring infield base hit for Demi Elder, and she knocks in her 22nd run of the year.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 11, Abby Orrick.
Well, the Red Raiders putting some pressure on Mac Morgan early. And here's another senior, Abby Orrick. Shortstop takes low. Orrick hitting .325, 8 home runs, 29 RBIs. Senior from Martins Mill in Texas. Gets a hold of one. Deep left center field and caught at the wall by Henry. Wyckoff tags and scores. It's 2-0. And with the wind pushing in, on most nights here at Rocky Johnson Field, that's a 3-run home run. But the Red Raiders have put up 2 in the home half of the first.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 14, Reagan Jennings.
Orrick knocks in her 30th run of the year. Red Raiders have put together some really impressive swings early against Mac Morgan. Here's the freshman Reagan Jennings. High bouncer to third. And a close play at first. Scott gets it there just in time to end the frame. 2 runs on 2 hits. Nice start for Tech. And Wright will be pitching with a 2-0 lead as Jolie Mitchell, the catcher, leads off the top half of the second for Texas. 25 pitches in that scoreless first frame for Wright. And gets ready for Mitchell, Henry, and Good in the Longhorn half of the second. It's called strike. Mitchell, a transfer from Notre Dame, senior from Rosebud, Arkansas. .344 hitter at Notre Dame, all ACC first teamer. Hitting .364 this year with 9 doubles, 5 homers, 27 batted in. Only registered 3 at-bats last weekend. Went 1 for 3 against Iowa State pitching. Two and 2. Texas 45-15 last year, finished 11-7 in the Big 12. Swept the Red Raiders in Austin. There were some very competitive games between these two at Texas, and then these two matched up again early in the Big 12 tournament. Texas Tech had a late lead in that game, but Texas came back to tie it late and wound up beating the Red Raiders in 8 innings. Full count here on Mitchell. And that's back through the middle for a base hit. A leadoff single starts the Texas half of the second. Caden Henry steps in. A freshman who's been really impressive. Late idea to drop down a bunt, it goes foul. Henry hitting .386 in her first college season, 10 doubles, 7 home runs, and 26 RBIs. Native of Dickinson, Texas. Was a top 10 recruit coming out of high school. Into left field for a base hit. And the Longhorns trying to respond here after Tech scored 2 in the first. They have opened the second with consecutive singles.
for Longhorns, number 43.
2 on, nobody out.
Leanne Good.
Leanne Good will bat next for Texas. A lot of speed out there. Mitchell at second base, Henry at first, and there's the bunt rolling and picked up in foul territory by Riley Love. Another bunt, another foul ball, 0-2. Good, the sophomore from San Antonio. All Big 12 second team selection as a freshman last year. Only registered 1 hit in the month of April, limited at bats, but getting the starting assignment at second base in tonight's series opener. That misses in tight for ball 1. Busy weekend on the Texas Tech campus. Texas Tech baseball playing its final home Big 12 series of the year and hosting number 22 Oklahoma across the way at Danlaw Field at Rip Griffin Park. Swinging at it. Towering fly ball, chasing Via back, deep left center field, and she makes the catch. Oh, there's that pitcher-friendly wind again. As Good almost got it up and out of here, but Via holds on for a long first out.
Now batting for Longhorns, number 6, Bella Dayton.
So 1 down, here's Bella Dayton batting 9th tonight for Texas. Senior left fielder, 354 in the batting average department this year. Her 3rd season at Texas after opening her college career at Arizona. And Dayton tried to offer at it with the bunt, called strike on the outside corner. Speed pitch misses high and outside. Dayton from Wiley, Texas, has registered a hit in 4 straight games. That is ripped fair. Inside the bag at first. And a run scores. Jolie Mitchell comes in from second. Bella Dayton slices the Texas Tech lead in half. Caden Henry winds up at 3rd base. So Dayton knocks in her 20th run of the year. 3 hits in the inning, all singles for Texas. And now back to the top of the order. They're at the corners for Ashton Maloney. Maloney saw just 1 pitch as Dayton takes off to second. And not much of an attempt from Kreitz. They brought Jennings in just in case Henry decided to try and swipe home on the throw down. So Dayton registers her 12th steal. That breaks up any ground ball double play possibility. Now base hit to the outfield could give the Longhorns a lead. Slow bouncer out in front of the circle. Right, flips it home. Too late. Oh, the speed of Caden Henry. And she slides underneath the tag. This game is tied.
Mia Scott.
There's Mia Scott for a second time. She singled in the 1st inning. As the throw down to second base, Dayton caught the run down. Throw comes home, safe. And Kreitz looking towards that 3rd base dugout, hoping maybe Craig Snyder will challenge that call. But for now, and Scott is in there with a chance to keep the line moving. Maloney now at second base. Four of the first 5 Longhorns have reached base safely here in the top of the second. It is lifted out of play, foul, 2-1. Scott, a .377 hitter last year, also hit .377 the season prior. Headed for a 3rd straight season with a Big 12 postseason honor. 2-2. And a full count. Maloney's at second, 1 down, 3 runs across for the top-ranked Longhorns in the top of the second after Tech hit 2 in the run column home half of the first. In the air, Ariana Villa drifting, as is the third baseman Riley Love, and it lands in foul territory. Scott hitting .435 this year with runners in scoring position. Bounces the 3-2. Orick has trouble with it, and Scott will reach. She almost had looked up to see if Maloney would think about taking third base, and with the speed of Scott, Orick had to be quick with the glove to throwing hand transfer. And the senior shortstop charged with the first error of the game. So this is where things have unraveled for Texas opponents. Make the mistake, oftentimes it's come back to bite. As Martinez lifts a high drive into the left field corner, Villa catches it, and that's the second out. So Martinez letting it rip on the first pitch. Nice running catch made by the senior Villa in foul territory. 2 down, but now Wright has to deal with the Texas RBI queen, at least in a single season, Reese Atwood, who worked the 5-pitch walk her first time up. Atwood with 70 RBIs on the season. 5 off the national lead. But atop the all-time single-season list in the 24-year history of Longhorn softball. Keeping an eye on the Bedlam game. Oklahoma up 2-0 over Oklahoma State. That game into the bottom of the second in Norman. Sooners have struck for a run in each frame. Texas, of course, they would need a sweep here and at least one Oklahoma loss to share the conference regular season title. By virtue of the tiebreaker, Texas took 2 from the Sooners. The Longhorns would be the top seed in next week's Big 12 tournament. Atwood with quick hands and sends a lightning strike foul. One and 2 on the Longhorn cleanup hitter, 3 runs across. And a crooked number second for number 1. Goes the other way with that foul ball. Atwood, the sophomore from Sandia. Ground ball. Oric bobbles it, recovers, and it's in time. Boy, very close play over at first base. And Atwood. Pitching change for Texas. Tegan Cavan takes over and blows the first one right by Carson Armijo for strike 1. Armijo followed by Kennedy Kreitz and Logan Holloman in the Red Raider half of the second. Tech got 2 in the first. Texas responded with 3 in the top half of this inning. And a very short series opening outing for Mac Morgan, who logs just 1 frame as the game 1 starter. That is called a full swing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Armijo, another senior, playing her final weekend here at Rocky Johnson. 12 hits and 57 at-bats. .211 in the batting average department. There's 2-2, and it's upstairs. Armijo pieced together a pair of hits, drew 3 walks last weekend in Houston. Facing the freshman from West Des Moines, and she goes down swinging. So Cavan has done a lot of that this year. Her 91st strikeout in 88 2/3 innings pitched.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 8, Kennedy Kreitz.
First pitch swing from the Tech catcher, lifted into foul territory, and Stewart, 2-handed catch for the second out. So 2 outs.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 7,
Cavan trying to avoid any type of rally here from Texas Tech as they had in the first inning. And Holloman puts it in play. She can run and beats it out. She's got wheels. The freshman has been a spectacle when she's put it in play this year. And that is a 2-out infield base hit for Texas Tech to send it back to the top of the order.
Batting for the Red Raiders, 0-0, Ariana Villa.
Third hit for Tech, and here's Ariana Villa for a second time. Villa walked in the first inning. Sends a high fly ball, deep left center field. Bella Dayton in front of the warning track makes the catch. So a long fly out ends the second. And Tegan Cavan inning number 3 in West Texas. Number 1 Texas 3-2 over Texas Tech, with Katie Stewart leading off against Maddie Wright. The Red Raiders starter at 61 pitches now. Stewart, Mitchell, and Henry. 5, 6, 7 for the Longhorns after a 3-run second. 3 runs on 5 hits for Texas, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Texas Tech. Longhorns have left 4 on base through the first 2 frames. Left 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. Stewart, a strikeout victim, her only time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Slow bouncer. Tough play for Riley Love, and they blow it dead. It's a foul ball. And kicked off of Stewart as it trickled out of the batter's box. Freshman from Frankfort, Illinois will try again with a 2-2 count. That is belted foul. That is just outside. So a close miss on 3-2, and Stewart draws a leadoff walk. Second base on balls issued by the Texas Tech starter. Walked Reese Atwood back in the first inning. Leadoff walks against an offense like this, asking for trouble. Jolie Mitchell singled and scored one of the 3 runs for the Longhorns last inning. Now drops down a bunt. It's fielded in foul territory by Kennedy Kreitz, the catcher. 0-2. Doesn't chase the rise ball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll do our best to pass along the pitch counts here tonight. Don't have it on our score bug. Time is called with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've got base runners. We've got the run column for you. But I know you want to know what the count is too. We'll do our best. 1-2 pitch. That is off the outside. Another close miss as Wright tries to dot those inside and outside edges of the plate. Showing some of that body language as to the last call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And way upstairs to make it 3-2. Leadoff walk open the inning. Here's a full count delivery and a ground ball to third. Love bobbles it, goes the short way and safe. Stewart beats it. Everybody reaches. And the Longhorns have placed 2 on with nobody out in the third. That is ruled a hit. So Mitchell is 2 for 2. And now Henry drops down a bunt and ruled foul. Not showing bunt here. The pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Walk followed by an infield base hit. Have Texas threatening to add on to a 1-run lead in the top of the 3rd. Now it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And fouled back 2-2. Alyssa Washington absent from the starting lineup tonight. She has had a terrific Texas career and one of the captains on this year's squad, and the first ever Texas player in the history of the softball program to wear a C on her jersey, representative of her captain honor. We'll talk about that when Alyssa's on the field, presumably at some juncture of the weekend. A lot of depth on this roster for Mike White. Can spread around the starting assignments. Another 2-2. That's into center field. Chasing Elder back, and she drops it. Oh, she couldn't squeeze it. Everybody moves up a base, and the Longhorns have them loaded. Demi Elder usually in the home half of the 3rd. Number 2 Oklahoma, number 4 Oklahoma State. Pokes trail Texas by 1 in the Big 12 standings. Sooners lead the Longhorns by a game. There's a called strike on the inside edge to Good, who flew out to left field her only time. Good is 0 for 1 this year with the bases loaded. Texas as a team with the bases loaded, 19 hits and 52 at-bats. Good for a .365 average. So they have absolutely capitalized in these spots. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the dirt. Two and 1. Here she comes, low and in. Nowhere to put Good. It's 3 and 1. A walk, an infield base hit, and an error have set up the Longhorns for a big top of the 3rd inning. Their final series opener in the Big 12. And that's ripped foul for a full count. Big full count delivery. Into right center field. It skips out to the warning track. Armijo cuts it off quickly, but not before a couple come across for Texas. A 2-run single for Leanne Good. RBIs 13 and 14 for the sophomore from San Antonio. And it's 5-2. Direction that is Logan Holloman in right field. Armijo and Holloman switching BP and right field spots in the final moments before first pitch. But regardless, that was laced on a full count delivery. At the corners, still nobody out. The first 4 have reached, and here's Bella Dayton. An RBI single her only time. on Dayton, who stretched her hitting streak up to 5 games. Reaches for this one. Elder Camps makes the catch. Throw coming home, and the runner's hold is now the throw back to third and safe. Henry beats the tag from Riley Love. So the first out of the inning is recorded, and Wright able to keep the base runners put at second and third. Back to the top of the order, Ashton Maloney will bat for a 3rd time in 3 innings. Sends it back to right. She looks the runner home. Now Scott is caught in a rundown. Kreitz trying to run her back, and the tag is applied in time. Now that was Henry creeping off the bag at 3rd, and she is tagged out. It is Scott now coming up with 2 down in the inning. And a heads-up play made by the Texas Tech defense to cut down that runner trying to come across for a 6th score for Texas tonight. Well, Maloney reaches on the fielder's choice. 2 outs, and here's Mia Scott. She's been on twice with a single, reached on an error her last time.
Batting for Longhorns, number 10, Mia Scott.
There's an outside corner strike. Maddie Wright, kind of hard to believe, at 93 pitches now, and has only recorded 8 outs against this Texas batting order. It's the type of pressure they put on you. Nation's 2nd best in the batting average department, just a percentage point behind Oklahoma. On offense, hitting .371 coming into the weekend, and 7 hits already. Scott, base hit into center field. Good, stumbling around 3rd as it kicks away from Kreitz. And Elder got it in quickly. The bases are loaded again for Texas as Mia Scott collects her 2nd hit.
Batting for Longhorns, number 23, Vivi Martinez.
And for a 2nd straight inning, Texas will send at least 8 into the batter's box. Vivi Martinez hitless in 2 at-bats tonight. Martinez 2 for 6 with the bases loaded this year. Time called with a 1-ball, no strike count. One ball, 1 strike. And the Red Raiders come to bat in the home half of the 3rd. It's Wyckoff, Love, and Elder. 2, 3, 4. That was the portion of the batting order that helped fuel the 2-run first for Texas Tech, but they've since watched Texas score 5 unanswered. Upstairs, 2-1. Three balls and 1 strike on Martinez with Reese Atwood on deck. Maddie Wright is embarking on her 100th pitch of the game with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Here it comes, 3-1. And Martinez belts it well deep and well foul. My goodness. That cleared the trees beyond the right field wall. She was just out in front of it. So now it's 3-2, 2 outs in the inning. And it's lifted foul the other way. No soft spots, no easy outs in this Longhorn lineup. And Maddie Wright has learned that through 2 2/3 innings. Trying to keep the deficit where it is. Another full count pitch to Vivi Martinez. Here it comes. Check swing, no appeal. It's ball 4, a bases loaded walk. Makes it 6-2 Texas. So Martinez will get credit for her 32nd RBI, right past the century mark in the pitch count column. And we'll see how much longer Craig Snyder leaves her out there. Reese Atwood, 70 RBIs on the year. Atwood tonight has walked and grounded out. This season, with the bases loaded, she's 3 for 5. Off-speed pitch for ball 2 as Atwood stumbles out of the batter's box. And it's because that shoe was untied. Able to laugh it off with her teammates in that first base dugout. 6 unanswered for Texas after the Red Raiders took a 2-0 lead to the second inning. 3 in the second, 3 in the third, and a chance for a lot more with Atwood in the batter's box. Upstairs, it's 3-0. And Wright in danger of walking in another run here. I just wonder how much she has left in the tank. 3 laborious innings for the senior. Kennedy Kreitz trying to get her to buckle down here and get back into that first base, third base dugout. We saw Atwood swing on 3-0 her first time before she worked the 5-pitch walk. She'll have the green light here if she sees something she likes. There's the green light and got a great pitch to swing at. Just couldn't time it up all the way. It's 3-1. Maloney at third, Scott at second, Martinez at first. 2 outs, 3-1 to Atwood. And it's lifted in the air, drifting off the first base line, back into the crowd for strike 2. So Wright had fallen behind 3-0 on Reese Atwood, but is now pulled to a full count. Had a full count on Martinez, wound up walking in a run. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Infield basket catch made by Riley Love. Ball 1 to Kaylee Wyckoff, leading off the Texas Tech half of the third. Wyckoff, Riley Love, Demi Elder, 2-3-4 for the Red Raiders, who trails 6-2 against the top-ranked Texas Longhorns. Wyckoff, right side, fielded by Good, and the flip to first for the first out. The Red Raiders pieced together a 2-run first inning, got a 2-out single last inning against Tegan Cavan, who has now retired 4 of the 5 batters she's faced. And here's Riley Love, who blooped the double down the right field line, her only time. Love in the air, drifting foul, and not a play. The double off the bat of Riley Love, her 12th of the season, came around to score in that 2-run first frame for Tech. Texas 3 runs in the second, another 3 in the third to take this 6-2 advantage. Love homered in the series opener last weekend at Houston. Chases that one, falls behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Cavan, 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down in the third for Tegan Cavan. And Demi Elder, who brought home a run with an RBI infield single, her only time, will bat again. Demi in the cleanup spot tonight, had 2 home runs last Friday in Houston. Shown some power this year with 4 home runs on the season. Texas Tech 55 home runs as a team, set a program record with 74 in a single season last year. Craig Snyder's first at the helm. Elder into left center field. It hangs up for Henry, and she takes care of her opposite number. Well, that's a shutdown inning. Tegan Cavan retires the Red. Has made a change in the circle. Rancy Willis is in. Right-hander with a 3-1 record across 24 innings. Earned run average 6.12. 22 walks, 17 strikeouts. Command has been problematic at times for Willis. And faces Katie Stewart. Stewart led off a 3-run third for Texas as the Longhorns batted around last inning. 6 runs on 8 hits. And they have left 7 on base. They've had opportunity for more than what they've put up through the first few frames. Stewart has struck out and walked. Two balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-2, and that's way high. Willis, the junior from Corinth, 3rd season with Tech. Hasn't pitched since April 21st at Oklahoma State. And there's ball 4. So Stewart, just as she did in the 3rd, leads off the 4th with a free pass. 4th walk issued by Texas Tech pitching tonight. And a leadoff base runner for a 3rd straight frame for the Longhorns. That seems to be important against this Texas team. Red Raiders held off Ashton Maloney leading off the game, held Texas scoreless in the 1st. Leadoff base runners have led to 3-run frames each of the last 2 innings. And Jolie Mitchell is 2 for 2 early with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. The Gatorade State Player of the Year in her home state of Arkansas back in 2019 takes ball 2. Mitchell, the designated player for Texas tonight, takes ball 3. We told you the command has been troublesome for Willis at times this year. The 23 walks in 24 innings. And a 3-ball no strike count here to Mitchell. Inside corner for a strike. Last time Rancy Willis pitched here in Lubbock, she had her best outing in a Red Raider uniform. A complete game, 6 hits, 2 runs allowed against a really good Kansas team in a 4-2 Red Raider win. There's ball 4. Back-to-back walks have opened the Texas half of the 4th.
Batting for Longhorns, number 21, Caden Henry.
Caden Henry will bat with 2 on, nobody out. Henry's been on twice. A single reached on an error her last time as she drops down a bunt. Fielded by Wyckoff. Quick spin, and the throw not in time. Blazing speed from Caden Henry. A bunt base hit, and look what we have again. The bases full of Longhorns as they have loaded them up with nobody out in the 4th. And Leanne Good, who was in this same spot last inning, cashed in with a 2-run single. Her first base hit this year with the bases loaded. Time is called. Wrights out to chat with Willis. Mike White coming down from the third base coach's box to talk with Good. Mike White feels like this is his best team at Texas, and many feel the same way. Feels like this team has a lot of depth and balance on the roster. Says it's the best outfield he's had in his 6 seasons in Austin. Good. Center field. Elder ranging back. It's over her head. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. And Leanne Good breaks it open in the 4th. Out of the 8th spot of the batting order, she's got 4 RBIs tonight. And that's her second 2-run base hit with the bases loaded. So the 2-run single last inning, 2-run double here in the 4th, and the first 4 have reached as those back-to-back walks to open the frame have quickly come around to score for Texas. And the Longhorn fans have taken over here at Rocky Johnson Field. There's Bella Dayton. Dayton knocked in a run with a single her first time, flew out to center field her last time. 1 for 2. He catches the outside corner. Bounced up the middle base hit. Henry scores. Good right behind her. It's 10-2 Texas. Bella Dayton knocks in her second and third runs of the afternoon. So 1 through 9, everybody's contributed here for the Longhorns.
Batting for Longhorns, number 7, Ashton Maloney.
All 9 starters have reached base. And 6 of the 9 starters have hits. How about this? 6 through 9 in the batting order already have multiple hits in this game. 8 hits between the bottom 4 hitters in the Texas lineup. That will breed good results. And the news gets better for this Texas team. Oklahoma State has jumped in front of Oklahoma 3-2. That game headed to the 5th inning in Norman. 2 balls, 1 strike on Ashton Maloney, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Her 4th time in the batter's box in 4 innings. Three and 1. Off the glove of Willis. Maloney reaches. And even the last 2 balls that have been slow dribblers up the middle, Texas keeps finding a way on base.
Batting for Longhorns, number 10, Mia Scott.
Another infield hit. And 2 on for Mia Scott. The Longhorns pouring it on. 4 runs in the inning and still nobody out. Pair of hits in the game for Scott, also reached on an error back in the 2nd. One ball and 2 strikes. As Willis looks for that elusive first out. Full count. Martinez on deck. Here's the 3-2. And another slow bouncer. Orrick handles this one as they record the lead out at second base on Maloney. So Scott reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 down. As the Longhorns have him at the corners for Vivi Martinez, who walked with the bases loaded her last time up. There's a called strike. Martinez awarded her 32nd RBI of the year with the bases loaded walk in the 3rd inning. 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. And only 1 down for the Longhorns, who have taken control of this series opener. Martinez puts a charge into it. Deep center field and off the base of the wall. Dayton jogs in, Scott right behind her. The second 2-run double of the inning. Here's Reese Atwood, who has surprisingly, among all the starters, been the quietest. 0 for 2 with the walk back in the 1st inning. She popped out with the bases loaded and 2 down her last time in the 3rd. One ball, 1 strike on the cleanup hitter.
Number 14, Reese Atwood.
Ninth batter of the inning, only 1 out recorded, and Atwood adds to it. Base hit left field, cruising around 3rd, Martinez scores, and there's Atwood's 71st RBI of the season. It was just a matter of time before she joined in. The Longhorns' 13th run and 14th hit. As this huge fourth inning continues, 7 across for top-ranked Texas. And there's Katie Stewart, who started the frame with a walk. You knew it spelt some trouble for Rancy Willis when the first 2 hitters of the inning were given free passes. High and outside for ball 2. Maddie Wright, over 100 pitches in her 3 frames. Gave up 6 runs. Rancy Willis has been charged with 7 runs and 6 hits this inning. 3 balls, no strikes on Stewart, who's already walked twice tonight and now walks for a 3rd time. So Willis struggling with her command and having a tough time getting outs against one of the nation's best batting orders. Mike White is going to make a change. Jolie Mitchell scheduled to bat. And Rancy Willis
now running at second base.
Still in the circle.
Number 4, Adea Wallace.
Adea Wallace, freshman from Plano, has been a pinch runner extraordinaire, has checked in at second base to run for Atwood. Mitchell walked earlier in this inning, has singled twice.
Number 9, Jolie Mitchell.
Takes a called strike from Rancy Willis. That one skips foul. 0-2. Oklahoma State has made it a big top of the 5th. A Godwin home run now has the Cowgirls out in front of the Sooners 6-2. Top of the 5th. If the results hold, we'll have a tie atop the Big 12 standings tomorrow morning. There is some inclement weather expected to roll through Lubbock tomorrow afternoon, so this start time was pushed back about a half hour. You wonder if tomorrow's game will be played on time. That's in tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jolie Mitchell as this marathon top of the 4th continues. Full count. Ground ball. And Riley Love takes it to the bag to force out Wallace. 2 outs. Mitchell reaches on the fielder's choice, and Caden Henry will bat again.
Batting for Longhorns, number 21, Caden Henry.
Henry had a bunt base hit earlier in this inning. Taps that one foul. One ball and 1 strike on Caden Henry. Pair of hits in the Iowa State series. Pair of hits tonight with 2 on and 2 out. Henry, bouncing ball. Wyckoff stabs it. Called a fair ball, and it's out number 3. Not before. Well, after a 7-run top of the 4th inning, Abby Orick goes the other way and leads off the home half of the 4th with a single for Texas Tech, facing Tegan Cavan, who allows her second hit in relief of the Longhorn starter Mac Morgan, who was chased after just 1 frame.
The Red Raiders, number 14, Reagan Jennings.
4th hit for Texas Tech. And here's Reagan Jennings, who grounded out her only time. 2 scoreless innings in relief for the freshman Cavan. She struck out a couple of hitters in her 2 innings of work. Jennings taps it foul. Ball's behind 0-2. Seven-run top of the 4th for Texas to really break this thing open. 0-2 flared the other way. It lands in foul territory. That's bounced towards the middle. The flip to second for 1, and Jennings will beat the relay throw. So Jennings reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 on, 1 out. Carson Armijo struck out against Cavan back in the 2nd and takes a called strike to open up her 2nd plate appearance here. Armijo, the penciled in starting right fielder, has since shifted to DP. 3rd year in Lubbock after spending her freshman campaign in Westwood at UCLA. In a 0-2 hole here. Senior from Plano. There's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called right over the heart of the plate. Two outs, 3rd strikeout for Cavan. And here comes the catcher, Kennedy Kreitz. Kreitz popped out in foul territory, her only time in the 2nd. Lifts this one in the air to shallow right field. The wind has been problematic, but Maloney gets there and runs it down for the 3rd out. So a run average. 23 walks, 28 strikeouts in her almost 51 innings of work. As she faces Leanne Good. Good, Dayton, and Maloney, rather. Pair of 2 RBI hits for Good out of the 8th spot tonight as she sends this one to 3rd. Riley Love snaps the throw across, and a good start to the inning for Olivia Raines as she induces the ground ball for the 1st out. One away, Bella Dayton.
For the Longhorns, number 6, Bella Dayton.
Dayton has 3 RBIs, pair of hits tonight, 2-run single in that 7-run fourth inning. Raines delivers a called strike. 13 runs, 14 hits, 9 left on base for Texas. And they've done all that damage the last 3 innings. They were kept out of the run column. In fact, Texas Tech, believe it or not, at once led this game 2-0. It was after the first inning, and then the floodgates opened for the Longhorn Bats. 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 7 to really widen the gap in the fourth. One ball and 2 strikes on Bella Dayton. After Dayton, Ashton Maloney. Two balls and 2 strikes. Rolled right side. Jennings with the quick flip, 2 down. So Olivia Raines has come on in and silenced the Longhorn Bats through the first 2 hitters of the inning. Pair of ground outs. And here is Ashton Maloney out of the leadoff spot. Well, I guess it's not going to be her. Texas with an 11-run lead in the game that has a chance to end in this bottom of the 5th inning coming up. As summoned Vanessa Quiroga.
Now batting for Longhorns, number 3, Vanessa Quiroga.
Quiroga just 5 at-bats this year, has 2 hits, both of them doubles. That is dive, caught. Abby Orrick, what a play. The shortstop in her final weekend at Rocky Johnson Field adds another beauty to the highlight reel. Olivia Raines retires the side in order. And the Red Raiders will need a big... Well, Texas Tech will need a 4-run inning to extend this game beyond 5 as Tegan Cavan delivers outside to Logan Holloman. Freshman reached on an infield base hit her only time in the second. After Holloman back to the order, Villa and Wyckoff scheduled 2nd and 3rd in the Red Raider half of the 5th. Texas Tech 2 runs in the first, but Cavan, since entering for Mac Morgan, has allowed just 2 hits and no runs. She's struck out 3 hitters in 3 scoreless frames, and she's needed just 32 pitches to do so as she gets ahead of the freshman Holloman here, 1 and 2. Red Raiders are really excited about Logan Holloman's potential. True freshman from Flower Mound, where she hit .547, was a high school All-American. And Holloman is 2 for 2. A check swing base hit opens the bottom of the 5th. So a little confidence boost for the freshman heading into the final 2 games of this series. She's picked up a pair of hits against Tegan Cavan. And back to the top of the Red Raider lineup, it's Ariana Villa, who has walked and flown out. But instead of Villa here, Alana Barraza will get an opportunity to bat. I haven't seen a ton of Barraza this year after putting together a .293 batting average and 9 home runs last season. 5 hits and 39 at-bats this year.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 56, Alana Barraza.
Barraza, the senior from Diamond Bar. Over 120 games in a Texas Tech uniform. Falls behind 0-2.
Now pitching.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Snap throw to first, gets away, and Holloman will advance to second. First Texas error tonight. Holloman advances into scoring position. Fouled back. Another 2-strike delivery to Barraza. And that is lifted into right field. An easy play for Maloney. And there's the first out. So the pinch hitter is set down. One on, one out. And instead of Kaylee Wyckoff here, Texas Tech will summon another pinch hitter. McKenna Mitchell, a freshman, will get a chance to bat. Freshman from Santa Fe, Texas. 2 for 15 this year. Ball, 1 strike. And there's an outside corner strike. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2, and Mitchell takes outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 of the series scheduled for 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. We'll see if the weather holds up. There are some chances of lightning and rain in the area tomorrow. Full count here on the pinch hitter Mitchell. Swing and a miss. And Kavan challenged her and strikes her out.
For the Red Raiders, number 5, Riley Love.
2 outs in the inning. Riley Love, last chance for Tech to extend it. She doubled her first time, struck out against Kavan in the 3rd, and waves and misses at the first one. Got to have quick hands against Kavan. She can get it up there quickly, and we've seen that in her almost 4 innings of work tonight. Called strike 2. Nothing at 2. And Love lays off. Texas a strike away from a 14th straight win. They would improve to 43-6 on the year, 21-4 in the conference. Slow bouncer and fielded outside the bag at 3rd by Mia Scott. It's a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes from Tegan Cavan, and it's laced to right field, base hit. A one-hopper up against the fence. Riley Love says not so fast. Her second double tonight. And she adds her team-leading 45th RBI to make it 13-3. Just another night at the office for Riley Love with a pair of extra base hits. And down to her final strike and the Red Raiders' final strike. She extends the game, and here's Demi Elder. Demi into left center field. It hangs up for Henry. She squeezes, and this game is over. The top-ranked Texas Longhorns have won a 14th straight game, and they run Pitching change for Texas. Tegan Cavan takes over and blows the first one right by Carson Armijo for strike one. Armijo followed by Kennedy Kreitz and Logan Holloman in the Red Raider half of the second. Tech got 2 in the first. Texas responded with 3 in the top half of this inning. And a very short series opening outing for Mac Morgan, who logs just 1 frame as the game 1 starter. That is called a full swing there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Armijo, another senior, playing her final weekend here at Rocky Johnson. 12 hits and 57 at-bats. .211 in the batting average department. There's 2-2, and it's upstairs. Armijo pieced together a pair of hits, drew 3 walks last weekend in Houston. Facing the freshman from West Des Moines. She goes down swinging. So Cavan has done a lot of that this year. Her 91st strikeout in 88 2/3 innings pitched.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 8, Kennedy Kreitz.
First pitch swing from the Tech catcher, lifted into foul territory, and Stewart, 2-handed catch for the second out. So 2 outs.
Batting for the Red Raiders, number 7,
Cavan trying to avoid any type of rally here from Texas Tech as they had in the first inning. And Holloman puts it in play. She can run and beats it out. She's got wheels. The freshman has been a spectacle when she's put it in play this year. And that is a 2-out infield base hit for Texas Tech to send it back to the top of the order.
Batting for the Red Raiders, 00, Ariana Villa.
Third hit for Tech, and here's Ariana Villa for a second time. Villa walked in the first inning. Sends a high fly ball, deep left center field. Bella Dayton in front of the warning track makes the catch. So a long fly out ends the second, and Tegan Cavan